I boarded the flight from Atlanta to Bogota, flying right past the little island of San Andreas. The island was so small that all I could see was water as we made final approach. After a couple failed attempts at the airport ATMs, I got into my awaiting taxi and headed to Bahia, San Andreas Hospedaje. This hotel is centrally located, but far enough away from El Centro to be a little less busy. Unfortunately, the bathroom was the only picture I took, so here are a couple of stock photos. After checking in at the hotel, I walked around the corner to Yaya Gastrobar for a cheeseburger and a beer. Then it was back to the hotel to enjoy the night lights. The next day, I took full advantage of the front deck. You gotta love a hotel that provides beer with their own namesake.
Didn't know the language, but I quickly learned to say Una más cerveza, por favor, señorita.
The waterfront access across the street provided a place to cool off and try out my new prescription mask. Soon it was time to check out Playa Spratt Bight, one of the busiest beach areas on the island, with an adjoining shopping area. Riding around El Centro can be a challenge with all of the one-way streets. I settled in at Beer Station for a better view of the windsurfing and a pina colada. Then I headed off to the Islander for a shrimp burger. The Islander wasn't open yet, so I hit up a beach vendor for a refreshing Coca Loco. Then I went back to the Islander. I started with an island michelada, complete with shrimp. The next day I had dinner at the rooftop bar of Aquamarine. It has a great view of the city and Johnny K. The grilled chicken salad, pina colada, and garlic shrimp were delicious. The following day I walked around the bay, then borrowed a free bike from the hotel and headed south to explore. Most of the locals travel by scooter or small motorcycle. They even have parking lots for them.
Life was kinda hectic, and I was having trouble sleeping. I was going crazy, and I had to get away.
Traffic here is a bit different, particularly at intersections, but once you get used to it, it doesn't seem any more unsafe here than back home. Amazingly, I didn't see a single accident or ambulance the entire week.
Moonlight rains down on the sand as I let it fall from my hand. Waves crashing up and down the beach makes me think it's not that far out of reach. It's just an island, island in the sun. I may have been there once or twice, but I've dreamed about it every night. Living down there by the sea, it's really where I wanna be. It's just an island, island in the sun. I've dreamed about it for so many years. If I really think about it, it'll draw some tears.
This naval base and the armed guard who approached me were a bit of a surprise, but he did not stop me with my GoPro. The sign says no taking pictures in Spanish.
Water's so warm and the people are so nice. Makes me wanna go back each and every night to that place. An island in the sun.
Finally, I reached my destination, a little reggae beach bar called Mad Guana. This was the kind of place I had been searching for. It had a view of the beach and Rocky Cay, great food and music, and excellent drinks.
Across the ocean, make my way over storms and many rains. Something calls my name, and when I woke, it set me free. Deep in the jungle where I found the key, under the mango tree. Sail away, you know I found my peace.
I only saw one tour boat go to Rocky Cay the few days I was there, and you could see why. After a while, I decided to go for a walk on the beach. Then I returned for another refreshing drink and took in the view from my chair under the palm trees. The next day, I decided to head further south in spite of the wind and rough seas. I stopped at Kingston Jerk Spot for some jerk chicken and Deja Vu for a Coco Loco. Then I continued my ride south to One Love Bar, but unfortunately it was closed. The water was again very rough, so I braved the very steep hill crossing to Westview on the west side of the island. Here people gather to snorkel, jump off the diving boards, and go down the water slide. It didn't take me long to try the diving boards. After seeing this, of course I had to try the water slide a few times. This was actually one of the best places to see fish and live rock on the whole island. After a while, I noticed a few divers at the diving school next door. They have a Colombian flag, anchor, and various other items for the divers to explore. I swam a little closer to get a good look at Neptune, then gathered my belongings and headed back up the hill to the east side of the island. I walked my bike up most of the hill this time. Soon it was time for one last cheeseburger in paradise before venturing back home. In Cartagena, this improvised meandering line and the chaos surrounding it almost caused me to miss my flight. But I arrived at the gate just after they made last call. Kind of crazy for a 2-hour layover, but I made it home safe and sound.